face.
I broke a tooth and my dentist can't see me for another week.
I'll hook you up. My guy has an opening tomorrow. Just got scheduled.
Tomorrow? You ferry or something?
No, I just use Smile Generation. They connect you with trusts that have availability, even for emergencies. Which, based on your face, I'd say that's emergency.
Visit SmileGeneration.com to find a dentist and restore your smile with confidence unleashed.
Instacart shopper thoughts.
How do they know exactly when this milk will expire? Does a milk sommelier take a sip and just no? Am I knocking on this melon to check its freshness or because I want to play the bongos? A little of both. Does bagging groceries teach you patience? Yes. Planning? Yep. How to build a cereal box fortress? You have no idea.
Download the Instacart app and we'll overthink shopping for you.
Ohio football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you'll get your stake back in cash. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park.
Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 20th at Sawyer Point Park in Cincinnati, Ohio. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Cincinnati.
It's 69 degrees and sunny in Manhattan. Humidity 59%. The winds are variable at 7 miles per hour. We get to a high of 77 in the city today. Good morning. I'm Linda Lopez. Winds News Time, 10:30.
Good morning. I'm Kevin Rincon. 14-year-old high school student in Georgia shot and killed 4 people, 2 students, 2 teachers. Happened yesterday morning. He's now facing charges as an adult, being held in a juvenile detention facility. The shooter was no stranger to cops. More than a year ago, investigators paid him and his dad a visit after online threats were reported to law enforcement.
Authorities say the 14-year-old who opened fire at a high school in Georgia Wednesday had been interviewed along with his father by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department over a year ago after the FBI received tips about threats posted to an online gaming site threatening a school shooting. They say at the time, investigators didn't have enough evidence for an arrest.
This hits home for me.
Barrow County Sheriff Judd Smith.
My heart hurts for these kids. My heart hurts for our community.
A classmate says the teen left his second period algebra class and came back armed with an assault-style rifle. When classmates refused to open the door, he turned the gun on people in the hallway.
I was walking out to get water, and I heard gunshots, and I heard bullets going by my head.
Landon Culver is a junior at Appalachia High School.
So I ran back in class, and I yelled, hey, there's a shooter.
I'm Jennifer King.
Winds News Time, 10:31. A check of traffic and transit on the ones with Karen Stewart.
Well, in New Jersey, we still have these problems in Edison with northbound Route 1 still closed completely at Amboy Avenue due to ongoing problems with a truck fire. Southbound Route 1 at Amboy Avenue has the 2 left lanes closed. Let's check the Hudsons. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. It's 35 minutes into the George for both levels. From the Palisades, Route 4 and 46, it's 20 to 25. The outbound George is 20 to 25. The inbound Lincoln is 20. And the inbound Holland Tunnel has got a 25-minute wait. Let's look and see where we're heavy. I've got jam cams all over the place. The inbound Gowanus BQE eastbound combination is very slow from 65th Street all the way up into Atlantic Avenue. The eastbound Bell Parkway is really tied up into Springfield Boulevard from back at Kennedy Airport. We've got northbound Cross Island Parkway travel delays traveling up into Hillside Avenue, Jericho Turnpike, excuse me. We have construction up there, and the delays start back at the Southern State, and we're jammed the northbound Whitestone Expressway to the Bronx span of the Whitestone Bridge, where we've got an accident. Traffic is sponsored by the Barnes Firm Traffic Tip Line at 844 Jam 1010. Traffic in transit every 10 minutes around the clock, and breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Hey parents, Instacart here, and this season we've got your back to school. As in, we've got your back when your kid derails your grocery trip the weekend before school starts because they have nothing to wear and hate everything in their closet, and ankle socks aren't cool anymore, Mom. But it's all good, because through Instacart, you can order all the groceries and school lunch stuff you need from the comfort of your ankle socks. I mean, home. Download the app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes and a $0 delivery fee on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
The 1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast. Meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Kevin, it's going to be a nice afternoon. We'll see sunshine mixing with a few clouds at times, but very comfortable. Our high about 77, very similar to yesterday. Then partly cloudy skies on average tonight, the low about 64 in Midtown. We'll drop into the 50s in most north and west suburbs. Tomorrow, a pretty nice day, just not as sunny as we've seen all week long. With intervals of clouds and sun, we'll get to about 76 or so. Saturday, a mostly cloudy start to our weekend, and as the front approaches, expect some rain, particularly during the afternoon and early evening hours. The way it looks now, the high about 73, might even be a rumble of thunder in places. But behind that front, it turns out mostly sunny and cool, but nice for Sunday with low humidity and a high of 71. Right now, it's bright and sunny and 69 in Central Park, the humidity at 58%, and the wind northeast at 8. Repeating the current temperature, 69. We're going up to 77 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Winds News Time, 10:33. This morning, a judge will be hearing arguments, already doing so, in the Donald Trump federal election interference case. She'll be deciding what to do next in the case. The former president and his lawyers argue he has broad immunity from criminal charges after the recent Supreme Court ruling and say the case should be dismissed. Special counsel Jack Smith, he filed a new indictment last week to comply with the ruling. It's not clear if Judge Tanya Chutkan will make any new decisions today, but we'll keep you posted as that court hearing is underway. Pope Francis underway overseas in Asia promoting religious tolerance, traveling through Indonesia, the world's most populous Muslim majority country.
Pope Francis appearing to develop a nice personal relationship with the Grand Imam of Indonesia after the two met at the Istiqlal Mosque in Jakarta. The Grand Imam bending down to kiss the Pope's head at one point, with the Pope responding by kissing the Grand Imam's hand. The two leaders signed a joint declaration rejecting violence linked to religious extremism and calling for greater interfaith dialogue. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, in Jakarta.
Winds News Time, 10:35. Remembrances last night for Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew. The Jersey-born NHL star died last week after getting hit by a suspected drunk driver while riding their bikes together. In Columbus, outside the Blue Jackets arena, a candlelight vigil.
Eric Goodbranson and Cole Sillinger were among the players who spoke of their late teammate, Johnny Gaudreau.
Our hearts are shattered in a million pieces. There's no doubt about that. He always remind me, and there's what small stuff, without actually telling me that, you know?
Mike Todd is a team official.
It was beautiful to see and heartbreaking at the same time.
There was a moment of silence that lasted 13 minutes and 21 seconds for Johnny's jersey number 13 and Matthew's Boston College number 21.
Jim Crisula reporting a similar vigil was held last night as well in Calgary, where Johnny Gaudreau was drafted and played for several seasons. A fan-made memorial outside the Saddle Dome will be kept in place for the next 13 days. Winds News Time, 10:36.
Instacart shopper thoughts.
How do they know exactly when this milk will expire? Does a milk sommelier take a sip and just no? Am I knocking on this melon to check its freshness or because I want to play the bongos? A little of both. Does bagging groceries teach you patience? Yes. Planning? Yep. How to build a cereal box fortress? You have no idea.
Download the Instacart app and we'll overthink shopping for you.
You've heard us talk a lot about FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Well, we have something a little different for you. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Then, with a YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game. All you need is a Google account and a current form of payment, and you can cancel anytime. Just visit FanDuel.com/StreamNC to download America's #1 sportsbook. 21 plus and present in North Carolina. Full price of NFL Sunday Ticket will be automatically charged seasonally after free trial. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Opt-in required. Requirements apply. Bonuses awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bet profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including bonus expiration. See terms and conditions at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
Find your fabulous fall fun in Indiana. Hike through trails of vibrant fall foliage. Celebrate at festivals filled with the best best traditions of the season. Your fabulous fall adventure starts at inindiana.com/fall.
Anxious about going to the dentist? Smile Generation is here to help you overcome dental anxiety and replace it with confidence. Confidence that you'll be able to find a dentist nearby you can really trust. Confidence you'll be able to afford treatment. Confidence that the time it takes to lose 8 regular dental exams is worth it. Visit smilegeneration.com today for a healthier you from head to toe with confidence unleashed.
It is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 20th at Sawyer Point Park in Cincinnati, Ohio. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Cincinnati.
Coming up at 11:38, your chance to win Mets tickets with the Mets Turning Point of the Game contest. Be ready to call in. Be the 22nd caller at 1-855-475-1010. If you can correctly identify last night's turning point of the game, you could win a pair of tickets to see the Mets at Citi Field.
2-2 to Winker. The pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. Pretty well hit to left center. Duran going back onto the track at the wall. He jumps. It is gone. A grand slam. Jesse Winker.
That is last night's turning point. Stay tuned to 1010 Wins for your chance to win in the next hour. Sponsored by Riverhead Building Supply, serving Long Island with 13 locations and online at rbscorp.com. Good luck from 1010 Wins. At 10:38, 1010 Wins Entertainment News. Evan Hansen got married to Evan Hansen. Ben Platt and Noah Galvin both had that role in the Broadway musical Dear Evan Hansen, and they tied the knot in Brooklyn over the weekend. In an interview with Vogue, they say they're still floating after the big day. They got married at Pioneer Works in Red Hook on Sunday. Long-awaited reunion of Oasis has been made a mess by Ticketmaster. Taylor Swift fans know that story all too well. In this case, the company used dynamic ticketing, which lets them raise prices as demand grows. The band says the ticketing and pricing, that was left to promoters and management. To try and help, the band will be holding extra shows in London with invitation-only tickets that'll be handed out through a ballot process. Wins News Time, 10:39.
Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman & Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
Ohio football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you'll get your stake back in cash. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park.
We used to argue about whose turn was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/Odyssey first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/Odyssey to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
The ABC News presidential debate live on 92.3 FM Tuesday, September 10th at 9 p.m.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning, 71 degrees with sunshine at 10:40. I'm Kevin Rincon. Here's what's happening. Kids from all over back to school today, whether they wanted to go or not, including here in the city, home to the city's largest school system. Not all excitement, though, on Long Island. A high school student from Lindenhurst arrested after making some online threats. A body was found at Union Square Park late last night. Cops are working to identify the guy and figure out how he died. Jury selection expected to get underway today in L.A. in the federal tax evasion trial of Hunter Biden. And the NFL is back. The Ravens will head to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs tonight. Right now, we're seeing sunshine. It's going to be another nice day, a high of 77. Wins News Time, 10:41. We check funds with Karen.
In New Jersey, In Edison, northbound Route 1 remains closed. All lanes at Amboy Avenue. We got an ongoing issue with the truck fire there. Southbound 1 at Amboy Avenue. We've got the 2 left lanes closed, so be careful going in that direction. We've got delays here in both directions. Watch for slowdowns in Connecticut between exit 12 and 16. We do have some road work going on there. Right now we're not bad in the area, so don't really worry about it too much. And if you're traveling the Hudson's, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 35 in at the GW. From the Palisades, Route 4 and 46, it's 20 to 25. The outbound George is about 20 to 25 across Bronx West. The inbound Lincoln is 20, and the inbound Holland Tunnel has got a 25-minute wait. Manhattan bound at the RFK Triborough Bridge. We now have an accident there. We've got 2 lanes blocked. We're very slow across the span with delays on the Grand Central Parkway that are going back now to 31st Street. That's what we're dealing with as far as delays there. The northbound Whitestone Expressway is jammed to the Whitestone Expressway still from 32nd Avenue up into the Bronx span of the Whitestone Bridge into the Bronx. You might want to opt for the Clearview Expressway instead. Our next report's in less than 10. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Wins News Time 10:43. Well, the alarms went off early this morning everywhere, and the sounds of cranky kids not wanting to get up could be heard for miles. The kids are back in school. The summer vacations, they're over.
So as nearly 1 million public school kids put summer in the rearview mirror and try to get excited for the first day of school, the adults showing some excitement. UFT President Mike Mulgrew.
Happy first day of school! Let's hear it!
And let's hear from this first grader named Lena. I think she might have a career in broadcasting. So tell me again what you're holding the microphone to. You're going to be a reporter one day, you think, or no?
Yes.
What would you ask me if you wanted to ask me a question?
I'm going to ask you, how do you be a promoter?
How do I be a reporter? Yeah, I had to go to college.
I like doing ballet.
And with that, she danced on into her classroom. Glenn Shuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM. The first day of school here at PS 257 in Williamsburg.
As we've seen already in other parts of the country, kids aren't always thrilled to get back into a classroom with some of their peers. On Long Island, a teenager was arrested for making threats online. More on that with our Sophia Hall.
The 15-year-old police say was chatting online with other students from West Babylon's Brennan High School. And during the chat, the teen made a threat that he wanted to shoot people at the school. Someone on that chat called 911, and the 15-year-old was quickly arrested. He was charged with making a threat of mass harm and will be arraigned in family court at a later date. Because of his age, however, his name has not been released. Sophia Hall, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Suffolk County, Long Island.
A body was found at Union Square Park late last night. Cops were called a little before midnight. They were told there's a guy passed out on the ground. They got there. They found the body. That person was responsible. It was taken to the hospital. A medical examiner will now work to determine cause death. The police is to identify him. They don't know his name. No arrests have been made and the investigation ongoing. When someone gets seriously hurt or even dies at Rikers or any other city jail, families and the public, they're kept in the dark for a bit. Now there's an effort to change that. They're proposing legislation that would fix that problem.
By tracking the incidents that have occurred and notifying families, we would have yet another opportunity to effectively provide oversight of the Department of Correction, because we would know exactly how many serious incidents are occurring on the island.
Council member Lincoln Ressler
Small business owners love and logistics. Sometimes they're convenience in the air. Amazon and businesses so they don't have to. It's seriously helpful.
The right diaper for your white child, one they can't take off. Only has to stand. The tiny can't take off. Up to 100% proof. Cruisers 360 paper.
His first game Sunday since his cardiac arrest on the field 20 months ago. He played sparingly last season.
Steve Kathan reporting. It's 10:51. Traffic and transit on the ones with Karen Stewart.
All right, we're going to start by telling you what we see on Long Island's Big Three. Things are coming across pretty nicely for us in Nassau County. We've got delays on the westbound side of the southern state. Traveling into the Bethpage Parkway, we've got construction at the Bethpage. That's what's going on there. The northern state has a little bit of a slowdown over at Route 106. And then we've got just some minor slowdowns into exit 39 for Glen Cove Road on the westbound LIE. Now, the westbound LIE in Queens is heavy. From the Van Wyck Expressway into Woodhaven Boulevard, we've got a delay from 48th Street to the BQE, and then we've got a delay from Van Dam Street to the inbound side of the Queens Midtown Tunnel. Now, over at the Hudson River, we've got an inbound George wait of 35 minutes. It's only 5 minutes better from the Palisades Route 4 and 46. The outbound George is 20 to 25, and the inbound Lincoln is 15, while the inbound Holland has got a 25-minute delay. And we've got roving repairs now in the northern suburbs in New Rochelle. Watch for delays southbound on the New England Thruway at exit 16 for North Avenue. These roving repairs are going to be blocking one lane. Traffic is sponsored by Major World. By the way, mass transit's doing well. Traffic is sponsored by MajorWorld.com. Don't get duped by low advertised prices on pre-owned cars. Once you try to buy one, the final price will end up being thousands more. Come to Major World for transparent pricing and no surprises. Major World, 4340 Northern Boulevard, Long Island City, Queens. Call 1-800-MAJOR-AUTO. Go to MajorWorld.com. Our next report's in less than 10. I'm Karen Stewart. 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast. Meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Sunshine mixing with a few clouds this afternoon, but very comfortable once again. Our high about 77. And tonight, partly cloudy, 64 in Midtown. We'll get into the 50s in most northern and western suburbs. A decent day tomorrow, just not as sunny as it has been. More clouds and sun, a bit more in the high 70s. It'll be a cloudy start to the weekend. A little rain, especially during the afternoon and early evening hours. That with an approaching cold front, the high 73. Behind that front, it dries out later Saturday night. And sunshine returns Sunday. It'll be cool but pleasant with much lower humidity and a high of 71. Right now, it's sunny at 69 at Central Park. Humidity 58%, the wind northeast at 8. Repeating the current temperature of 69, going up to 77 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Winds news time, 10:53.
You've heard us talk a lot about FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Well, we have something a little different for you. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Then, with YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday and out-of-market game. All you need is a Google account and a current form of payment, and you can cancel anytime. Just visit FanDuel.com/stream-and-see to download America's #1 sportsbook. 21 in North Carolina. NFL Sunday Ticket will be automatically charged seasonally after free trial. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Opt-in required. Wager requirements apply. Bonuses awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets or profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including bonus expiration. See terms and conditions at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Find your fabulous fall fun in Indiana. Hike through trails of vibrant fall foliage. Celebrate at festivals filled with the best traditions of the season. Your fabulous fall adventure starts at inindiana.com/fall.
Hey man, how are these days?
Great. My dentist says it's looking pretty healthy.
Your who said what now?
My dentist. She says there's a link between your oral health and your heart health.
Really?
Oh yeah. Apparently, the bacteria in your mouth can affect the health of your heart.
Wow, who knew?
Smile Generation.
Who?
Smile Generation. Visit SmileGeneration.com to find a dentist and restore your smile with confidence unleashed. SmileGeneration.com.
Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 20th at Sawyer Point Park in Cincinnati, Ohio. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Cincinnati.
case we haven't met, I'm Dino Colombo. I represent people hurt by a truck. It's what we do every day. Justice isn't just a word, it's your right. We'll stand up for you when others can't. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
Ohio football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you'll get your stake back in cash. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town, with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now, when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pinball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but when you bundle your home and auto with us, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
News time, 10:56. Time for Bloomberg Money Watch with Steve Potisk.
The company behind 7-Eleven convenience stores, Kevin, reportedly telling suitor Circle K operator, Canada-based Couche-Tard, its offer to buy it out is not sufficient. According to a source, 7 & I Holdings is sending a letter to Couche-Tard urging it to reconsider its offer, including the price and antitrust concerns. The source says the offer was about $42 billion. We hear a lot about manufacturing, but service businesses make up most of the U.S. economy. And while activity in services was steady in August, employment gains were weaker. The Institute for Supply Management says its non-manufacturing purchasing managers index was little changed, but its measure of employment fell in August from July. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 155 points, but the Nasdaq is ahead 99. S&P down 2. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potisk for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
You're in hot water, mister.
What'd I do?
I told you months ago our utility bills were getting higher because of that old outdated tank water heater.
Maybe it's time we finally switch to a Navien tankless. Learn about Navien's high-efficiency tankless water heaters, endless hot water, all while helping you save on your energy costs.
Hey, look at this. Our utility bill is lower since we got the Navien tankless water heater.
Who's in hot water now?
We are, all the time.
Learn more at tanklessmadesimple.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Now, to Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Look at these humans watching pro football on DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I've been watching them watch football for so long, I feel like I could coach like you, Coach Prime.
Coaching ain't as easy as finding your games on DirecTV. How you gonna beat a corner blitz on 3rd and long?
I'd probably just fly over it.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Stream football without a satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
WINS FM in HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
More people get their news from 1010 Wins than from any other radio station in the nation. Phil Pilato's our service aide, Sarah Milano, our writer, Walter Geis, our senior writer, Justin Schrager at the editor's desk. I'm Kevin Rincon.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning, 71 degrees. We've got sunny skies in Manhattan at 11 o'clock. I'm Linda Lopez, and here's what's happening. Mayor Adams and School Chancellor Banks on hand this morning to greet students in Brooklyn as the first day of the school year got underway in the city today. Residents on the Upper West Side are stepping up their calls on the city to reconsider the dedicated bus lanes on 96th and 97th Streets. Police are on the lookout for a flasher who targeted a woman on the subway on Tuesday. A judge will hear arguments today on the potential next steps in Donald Trump's case, which charges he tried to overturn the 2020 election. And regulators in the UK have launched an investigation into the sale of tickets for the Oasis reunion tour. 1010 Winds AccuWeather, a beautiful day on deck today. Sunny, just a few clouds, lower humidity. Just a nice day, high 77 degrees in the city. Winds News Time, 11:01. Let's get our check of traffic and transit on the ones from Karen Stewart.
In New Jersey, in Edison, Amboy Avenue continues to be closed. Northbound 1, I should say, at Amboy Avenue, continues to be closed. All lanes in the northbound direction for the cleanup of an earlier truck fire. Southbound Route 1 at Amboy Avenue, we've got 2 lanes closed for equipment and emergency crews trying to clear this accident away from the Amboy Avenue exit. Now traveling Long Island. The Southern State just put repair work in effect. Roving repairs on the westbound Southern State from exit 32 to exit 27 in the left lane. As we continue with what we see on Long Island's Big Three, the Northern State's great, and the LIE just a little bit of a delay traveling from Lake Roading out into the Queens line. We've got a long delay on the eastbound LIE into Bill Boulevard from back at Main Street right now. I believe that's road work as well. And we've got construction up on the northbound side of the Cross Island Parkway as you make your way up into Braddock Avenue off Jericho Turnpike. The slowdowns start way back there at Hempstead Turnpike. LIRR is running on time. Our next report's in less than 10. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Kids grabbed their new backpacks and headed out this morning for the first day of school day for New York City public school students. Our Glenn Schuck was there bright and early at PS 257 in Williamsburg.
Celebrating the first school all around the 5 boroughs, and here, the mayor, school's chancellor, and the UFT president all on hand to welcome in students to PS 257. In fact, Chancellor Banks saying he was quite impressed.
The energy in here is incredible. Every parent that I spoke to, every staff member said, this place is like one big family.
And after giving the chancellor a high five, Lena,
what do you want to say to people who are listening to the radio?
I want to say, have fun.
Have fun. That's right. That's what we should do every day, right?
Yeah.
You are awesome.
I know.
What grade are you in?
I am first grade. I said that.
Yeah, she did say that twice. My bad. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Winds, 93 FM. First day of school here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Some folks on the Upper West Side are stepping up their call on the city to reconsider the dedicated bus lanes on 96th and 97th streets. They say the lanes, which make it easier for buses to get where they're going, make it nearly impossible for anybody else to do the same. Ellen Harvey is a member of the 96th Street Coalition. She tells 10 Winds that her group is not against the idea of bus lanes. She just thinks they're not right for every part of the city.
Bus lanes will help people get to their specific places faster. We also do need more buses and perhaps more select bus services so that there are more people able to ride buses at one time. But our specific problem is our 2 blocks.
The city's transportation department has defended the bus lanes, saying they help speed up trips for 15,000 riders a day. Well, there appears to be a flasher on the loose in Manhattan. Police say a 33-year-old woman was on the 5 train Tuesday morning at Grand Central Station when a man exposed himself to her and then performed a lewd act. You can see a photo of him at 1010winds.com. Anyone who knows who he is or where he might be is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 800-577-TIPS. Some new concerns today about the drinking water on Long Island.
It's been a big topic here on the island, the chemicals in our drinking water. New standards were put in place and water departments were supposed to change their systems to remove the 1,4-dioxane and PFAS contamination. But did that happen? The report out today will show the drinking water quality for all public water suppliers. Holding the news conference, Adrian Esposito from the Citizens Campaign for the Environment. Sophia Hall, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Stay connected, stay informed.
A judge will hear on the potential next steps in Donald Trump's election subversion case. It's first hearing the Supreme Court ruled that former presidents are entitled to broad immunity from criminal charges. Trump, who's charged with plotting to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in the run-up to the January 6th riot at the Capitol, is not expected to be in attendance for today's proceedings, and it's not clear whether or not the judge will make any rulings today. Meantime, a Phoenix judge will hear arguments today on whether or not to move for Trump White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows' fake elector case in Arizona to federal court. Meadows, who's also accused in an illegal scheme to overturn the 2020 presidential election, has been pushing for the move, arguing his actions were taken while working as a federal official and should have immunity under the Constitution's Supremacy Clause. Meadows faces the same charges in Georgia and was unsuccessful in his attempt there to have them moved to federal court. Well, more questions than answers remain about the teenage suspect in yesterday's deadly school shooting in Georgia.
Police are investigating still how he got the gun and how he managed to bring it inside. Right now, it does not appear, we're told, that he specifically targeted the victims. Investigators are now confident he acted alone, but they're still looking to talk to anybody who knew him. They've been searching his home and interviewing his parents, trying to determine a motive for what is the first deadly K-12 school shooting in Georgia in 25 years.
That's correspondent Aaron Katursky. 2 students and 2 teachers were killed in the shooting. 9 others were injured at Appalachia High School in Winder, about 50 miles west of Atlanta. The suspect, identified as 14-year-old Colt Gray, was arrested at the scene and is being charged an adult. There's word that he had been on the FBI's radar for more than a year, but it was determined then that he was not a threat. Opening statements are getting under today in the trial of the man accused in the 2021 shooting massacre at a supermarket in Boulder, Colorado. Authorities say the suspect, Ahmad Al-Aliwi Alisa, targeted people both inside and outside the store, killing most of the 10 victims in just over a minute. No one, including his attorneys, disputes whether he was the shooter, but he has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, pointing to his schizophrenia diagnosis. The trial is expected to focus on whether or not he was legally sane and able to understand the difference between right and wrong at the time of the shooting. A Washington state man has pleaded guilty to killing dozens of eagles, then selling their remains on the black market.
Travis Branson faces years in prison when he's sentenced in 2 weeks for his role in a years-long trafficking operation in the western U.S. Feathers and other parts of eagles are illegal to sell, but are widely used by Native Americans in ceremonies. Prosecutors say the Cusick, Washington man made between $180,000 and $360,000 over 13 years, selling bald and golden eagle parts illegally.
That's correspondent Jim Crisula. Well, the subway police are searching for the gunman behind a deadly shooting at a Brooklyn subway station last night. This happened just after 11 p.m. at the mezzanine level of the Rockaway Avenue subway station in Ocean Hill. Cops say that 47-year-old Freddie Weston was near the Metro card machines when the gunman came over and shot him in the head. Demetrius Cricklow, the interim president of New York City Transit, tells 1010 Wins they take this incident very seriously, but numbers show that the transit system is actually getting safer.
We're ready to provide that transportation. Our system is safe. The crime stats, they've talked about it for a while. The crime stats have continued to reduce. And so I don't think this is a reflection of how safe our system is. And NYPD, like in every other case, will identify this individual, and we have given them the tools to do so with the cameras.
Wins News Time 11:09.
Find your fabulous fall fun in Indiana. Hike through trails of vibrant fall foliage. Celebrate at festivals filled with the best traditions of the season. Your fabulous fall adventure starts at inindiana.com/fall.
Anxious about going to the dentist? Smile Generation is here to help you overcome dental anxiety and replace it with confidence that you'll be able to find a dentist nearby you can really trust. Confidence you'll be able to afford the time it takes to brush, floss, eat healthy, and go for regular dental exams is worth it. Visit SmileGeneration.com today for a healthier you from head to toe with confidence unleashed.
Ohio football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you'll get your stake back in cash. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park.
Suicide is something that affects all of us, and we can all play a part in saving lives. Make a difference in your community by walking out of the darkness with us on Sunday, October 20th at Sawyer Point Park in Cincinnati, Ohio. Help spread awareness and understanding. Send the message that help is available and raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Cincinnati.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted up with central air and skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Wins News Time, 11:11. Traffic and transit on the ones, and Karen Stewart.
All right, we're going to start by updating you on the Hudson River crossings. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound George is still 35 minutes for the upper level. The inbound lower level from 8095 locals is a 25 to 30 minute delay. And from the Palisades, it's only 15 minutes. Bridges 20 to 25 with road work on the lower. The inbound Lincoln is down to 15. And the inbound Holland is down to about 25 minutes, maybe even 20. City-bound RFK Triborough Bridge has an accident. 2 lanes are blocked on the Manhattan span. We've got heavy traffic across the span, starting over Randall's Run, and we've Upper East Side lays down the Harlem River Drive, coming from the 120s, and move all the way down. We're right around, let me just check here, right around 75th Street. That's the